Hi guys, welcome back in my YouTube channels. In my YouTube channel, My Studies. After the video of the parts of speech which I have already uploaded on my channel, I'm here with the video separately on the parts of speech. And first, I have taken noun. I will be talking about noun, definition, types, gender, its singular and plural rules, how to make singular noun into plural, and which are the nouns which can be changed, and which others are there which are always singular in its existence, or which are always plural in its existence. So let's start studying about noun. As the definition says, that noun is a naming word. Names of person, place, things, ideas, feeling, or thoughts. Remember, noun is the naming word. Naming means any name which comes is noun, right? Whether it can be the name of person, places, things, ideas, feelings, or thoughts. Remember that if thoughts are there, feelings are there, ideas are there, then they'll come under the abstract noun, which I will be talking about. Let's talk about the kinds and function of noun. There are five types of noun according to the traditional grammar. Traditional grammar says that there are five types, and those five types of traditional grammar types are: first is proper noun. Proper noun contains the names of person, places, some special buildings, sometimes like special organizations name, names of the months, names of days like January, February, Sunday, Monday, or you can see France, Mr. Smith, Tom. These all indicate proper noun. Remember, proper nouns means names of person, places, important building, organizations, or the names of months, January, February, and days, Sunday, Monday. And remember one more thing about proper noun, that they are always written with first letter capital. Proper noun always written with first letter capital, and we don't generally add article a and the before proper noun. Remember, we don't add article before proper noun means name of person and places. Rest for specialization we can use them. Now the second one is common noun. Common noun means the things which are commonly found everywhere, which you can see, visualize, and uh, perfectly judge, like cat, man, table, book, pen. Sometimes they are also concrete. We can say that they are concrete. And my dear friends, only common noun are those nouns which are transformed into plural, singular to plural, like cat changes into cats. Now, collective nouns. Collective, as the word says, collective means group. So they talk about the group of words. They talk about the group of things. Like they refer one single word, refer a complete group. Like here, you can see crowd, fog, group, swam, team. These are those words which single itself mean lots of person or people involved in them. Now remember, collective means group of people talked in a single word, or group of things talked in a single word. It indicates group, collective nouns. Now fourth noun is material noun. Material noun is talk about oil, liquid, or those things which we can measure or weigh, like here oil, gold, iron, cement, silver, rice, etc. One more thing is observed while material noun, that from one noun, one material noun, you can frame another object. If we talk about milk, then we can frame curd from milk, but from curd we cannot turn milk back. So material nouns can be used to form or manufacture one thing from another. Now let's talk about abstract noun. As I already talked in the beginning, that it is feelings, thoughts, or ideas. They are framed out from verbs, adjectives, or even sometimes from noun. They are framed by using suffixes. I will be talking about in my any of the videos about suffixes and prefixes. Here see the example: beauty, freedom, courage, fear, joy, knowledge. These are all abstract nouns. Examples of abstract nouns. Remember, they are the nouns indicating feelings, thoughts, ideas. Now, as per the modern grammar says that there are only three types of nouns: proper noun, countable noun, and third is uncountable noun. Proper noun I have already talked, that a specified thing, names of place or person. And countable, the noun, the thing which you can count, like one, two, three, four. If we talk about one pen, two pen, three pen, so like three pens, we can count pen, so pen is countable noun. Uncountable means those things which we cannot count. Actually all those five were merged, and then three, they have been derived into three. So that's proper means proper noun, countable which we can count, things which we can count, and uncountable which we cannot count. Let's talk about function of a noun. Remember friends, that noun can work as the subject. Noun can work as the subject of a sentence. Means noun is used as the subject in a sentence. Like Tom arrived. Here Tom is the subject, so it is working as the subject. Another, it can work as the complement of a helping verb. Like sometimes it works as the complement of become and seem to. Here you can see the example: Tom is an actor. Here the word an actor is working as the complement of the verb. So Tom, so actor is noun which is as the complement of the sentence. Now the third use is it works like an object. Remember, working as object means I saw Tom. So Tom is here the object. Remember them all, that they can be used as subject, object, or the complement of a sentence. Now whenever we talk about possessive cases of noun, then their noun can be used, like Tom's book. Here Tom's book is into positive case. Guys, remember that possessive cases talks about possession of someone, and that's why they are generally about those which someone has, someone possesses. Now after types of noun, let's talk about gender. Whenever we study noun, we should study about gender. So noun, so gender comes under the study of noun, and it describes the gender of things, living, non-living, or sometime neutral things. They are of generally expressed as three types: masculine gender, talking about the male sex, talking about everyone which is male categories, or talking about the male class. Like you can see the example: men, boys, male animals, they use pronoun he and they whenever they are replaced by the pronouns. Another example: gentleman, son, bachelor, bridegroom, husband, nephew. These all are the main male class, which is called masculine gender. Remember, masculine gender means male class. When we talk about the female class, then they are feminine. Feminine gender is female class, like women, girls, female, animals, and for them we use pronoun she, and for more than one, they. Now next one, like example: girl, lady, daughters, sprinter, wife, aunt, bride. These all indicates feminine gender. Remember, they are the example of feminine gender. Next gender is neuter gender, which intimates things, animals whose gender we don't know, or we cannot say which gender they are. Sometimes babies whose gender we don't know, we use neuter gender for them, and the pronoun used for them is it or they for plural. You can see example: artist, cook, driver, guide, assistant, dancer, doctor. They are under the neuter gender. Now remember these words like artist, cook, driver, guide, assistant, dancer can be a male or a female. That's why they come under neuter gender. Although their categories are defined, but just because of getting similarity in post, it is under neuter gender. Let's understand some more important explanation about this, like ship, sometimes car and other vehicles which regarded with affection or respect. Remember, affection or respect are considered as feminine. Ship, cars or other vehicles with affection are under the category of feminine gender, and country referred to by name and are also normally considered feminine gender. The ship, truck and iceberg which tore a huge hole in her side. Her side here, her is indicative of feminine gender. Now sometimes for countries also we use feminine gender. Countries are also sometimes referred as feminine gender, like we call her for India. The great soldiers of India cannot forget their contribution for her. So after studying gender, now let's talk about the rules of changing singular noun into plural noun. Remember guys, whenever we change a noun into plural, there are some rules for changing. Changing plurals have some rules, so I will be talking about some of them. The plural of a noun is usually uh, made by adding s or es into the singular one. Like here you can say they becomes days, dog become dogs, house become houses. So you can see s when simply added into a word which ends with a, p, k or f is pronounced as s. Otherwise it is pronounced as z. Z. Remember, when it is added with a, p, k or f, it is pronounced as s, but otherwise it is pronounced as z. When s is placed after ce, ze, se or ze, extra syllable is is added, and it is generally used in the spoken word, right? Now let's talk about another rule for it. Those noun which ends with s, h or ch, ss or z, they takes es to make its plural. And you can see the example: tomato, tomatoes, brush, brushes, box, boxes, church, churches. Like these are some of the examples. You can find more examples in any of the grammatical book. But words of foreign origin or abbreviation words ending in o generally takes s. You can see the examples here, like dynamos, kimonos. These generally takes as piano. It takes as only kilo. It takes as only to make its plural. When es is placed after ch, sh, ss or z, an extra syllable is pronounced as is. Is. Remember, in a spoken word it is as is. That's why this box is in plural read at boxes. Okay, now the third rule says that noun ending in y, but if before y there is a consonant, then y changes into I and then es is added. See the example: baby, it changes into babies. Y changed into I and es is added because y is preceded by b, which is a consonant. Now the same y rule is there in the next, and that is if is followed by a vowel sound or vowel, then only s is added to frame out its plural. Now rule number 5 says 12 nouns ending in f. Remember, f or fe sounds generally changes into v, and then es is added in them to make its plural, like calf, half, knife, leaf, life, loaf. We change f or ef into es, e ves to make it plural. Okay. Now the nouns like hoops, scars, and wolf take either s or ves in plural. They can take either of them, like hoops or hooves. Both can be used in the language. Other words ending in f or ef adds s in the ordinary way, like cliff, it becomes cliffs. Handkerchief, it becomes handkerchiefs. Only s is added in it. Some of them, right? These 12 takes ves, and some of them can take s too. They are exceptional in. You can remember them once, list them and learn them, then you'll never forget them on. Few nouns from their plural by a vowel or change in a vowel sound, like foot becomes feet, louse become lace, mouse become mice, woman become women, goose become geese, man became man. So these are few of the nouns which changes their vowel sound to make their plural. Name of certain creature do not change in plural. Remember, there are some words which never change in plural, like fish. It is normally underchanged. Fishes exist but in uncommon, like we write fish in singular and plural too, but sometimes to describe the different class of the fish we use fishes. That is uncommonly used, right? Now collective nouns, remember, crew, family, a team, etc., can be either used as a singular or a plural. If they are used for a single thing, single object or separate meaning, then it will be singular. If they are used for the group of or unit of the things, then we use for plural. For example, our team is the best. Here our team is as a single unit, so here is. But when we talk about in plural sense, we take it to mean a number of individuals, like our team are wearing their new jersey, means every member of the team are wearing new jersey, is wearing new jersey. That's why remember, it can be used in singular and plural. Collective nouns can be used in singular and plural both. Now rule number 9 says certain words are always plural and take a plural verb when they are used as the subject, like clothes, police, breeches, plants, pajama. Generally they have two legs or two separate parts together. That's why they use they are used as plural, like spectacles, glasses, srills, pilers, scissors. They have two legs. Remember, two separate parts together. Now, rule number 10 says number of words ending in ICS, like acoustics, athletics, athletes, hysterics, mathematics, politics, politics, physics. They are always plural and they take plural verb. Now, the last topic I have to teach in this video is about compounding noun. Guys, these two nouns, two word of nouns can be used together and they frame compound noun, that is generally named as compound. Normally the last word is made plural if there are compound nouns, like boy, friends. So here friends will be plural. Break ins as will be plural. Okay, but when men and woman is prefixed, both part are made plural, like men drivers, women drivers. The first word is made plural with compound form of the er noun, like hanger on, lookers all. Like whenever preposition follows, the first word is made plural, and initial can be made plural if there is abbreviation form like MPs or AS. Remember guys, these are short forms which can be changed into plurals. By this I am going to end my videos. Thank you, have a nice day. Enjoy studying all the parts of speech for making your subject and object strong. All the best.